Welcome to HAYTECH OPS. In this episode, we're peeling back the layers of the internet. What you use every day is just the visible part. There's a lot more happening beneath the surface. Let's break it down in a simple way so anyone can understand. Imagine the internet like an iceberg. The tip above the water, that small visible part, is what we call the surface web. It's where Google, YouTube, and Facebook live. But underneath the water lies the deep web and dark web, much larger hidden sections that aren't visible with regular browsing. It's like seeing just the roof of a giant building sticking out of the ground, while the real structure is buried deep underground. Back in the 1990s, we had what's called Web 1.0. Think of it as the internet's read-only phase. You could visit a site and read what's there, but that was it. No comments, no videos, no interaction. Example, think of an old-school online encyclopedia or a digital brochure for a business. Sites like Alta Vista or early Yahoo were basically just collections of links and info. No likes, no profiles, just pages you read like a book. Then came Web 2.0. This is the version we all use today. Suddenly, the web became social. You could comment, post pictures, write blogs, and even sell stuff. Think Facebook, YouTube, Amazon, and Twitter. Instead of being passive readers, we became active creators. A good example? When you post a video on TikTok or review a product on Amazon, you're part of Web 2.0. But this also meant companies started tracking us to serve ads, collect data, and learn our habits. Now let's look at the surface web, the part we all know. These are the websites that show up on Google when you search. Think of it like a store with a window display. You can see everything outside easily. For example, if you search BBC News or Nike shoes, those results are on the surface web. But believe it or not, this visible web only makes up about 4% of the total internet. The rest is hidden. Next up is the deep web. This is where most of the internet actually lives. It's not scary. It's just content that's not indexed by Google. A good example? Your online banking dashboard. You can find the login page on Google, sure, but your bank statements? Not there. Why? Because they require a password and they're protected. Think of it like this. The login page is like a door you can see from the street. Your bank info behind the login is the private room behind the door. Other deep web examples include academic databases, subscription services like Netflix content catalogs, and email inboxes. Now let's go deeper, to the dark web. This is a hidden part of the deep web that's intentionally made invisible. You need special tools like the Tor browser to access it. You won't find it on Google, and regular browsers like Chrome or Safari can't open it. It's like going through a secret tunnel instead of using the main roads. Some use it for privacy, others for illegal things, which we'll get to next. Most people think the dark web is just a hub for criminals, and yes, bad stuff exists there. But that's not the whole truth. It's also a lifeline for journalists, whistleblowers, and people in censored countries. Imagine being in a place where speaking freely can get you arrested. The dark web offers a safer way to communicate. It's not all evil. It's also a tool for freedom of speech and privacy. Let's look at some real-world examples. Journalists use it to talk to sources without being tracked. Activists in places like Iran or China use it to access news and share the truth. Everyday users might use it to keep their browsing private from trackers. Just like how a knife can be used to cook or to harm, it all depends on how it's used. If you want to visit the dark web, you'll need the Tor browser, a free tool that anonymizes your connection. But be careful. Just like walking through an unknown alley at night, you might run into danger. So use a VPN, disable scripts, they can be risky, and never click on random links. The dark web can be useful, but only if you browse safely and avoid illegal activity. All right, let's wrap up what we've learned. First, the internet is layered, like an onion or an iceberg. Most of what exists online isn't visible on the surface. Second, the dark web isn't always evil. It plays a small but important role, especially in protecting privacy and freedom in parts of the world where speech is restricted. And finally, with great power comes great responsibility. Use this knowledge wisely. The deeper you go, the more careful you need to be. Always stay alert and stay safe. If you learn something new, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to HAYTECH Ops. In a future episode, we'll guide you through safely accessing the dark web with Tor. But first, we'll break down how the internet actually works, from cables under the ocean to the servers behind your favorite websites. See you soon.